Okay, guys, let's get started. So I want you to introduce yourself, your background, your experience. Imran.
Yeah, good morning all. Myself, Imran, I have 8+ of years of experience in information technology. I have worked on SCCM and all the Microsoft technologies, M365, Exchange and all. I have just initial stage of knowledge in Intune, so I just wanted to disclose more about it.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. Okay, we have one more person, Siva. Can you introduce yourself, Siva? Siva, can you unmute yourself and speak up? Looks like he has some mic issue. I don't know. So let's proceed further. Okay, guys. So now I welcome you all to this Microsoft Intune training session. So before we proceed further, I'm gonna introduce myself. So my name is Kashif. I have somewhere around 15 years of practical IT experience. Um, I started my career as a IT support engineer in level 1, level 2, level 3, and now I am working as architect, wherein my roles and responsibility is to implement technologies for organizations. I have implemented various technologies in organization, and now I'm working as the freelance architect. And side by side, I'm doing training wherein I have trained more than 40,000 students globally. I have expertise on various and technologies like um, Intune, SCCM, Active Directory, Azure, PowerShell, etc. I have completed my master's from um, I have completed my master's in information technology, and I am a Microsoft certified professional. These are my website and email address. Now that's about me, guys. Now let me take you to the next slide, which talks about Intune. Now, what is Intune? It's a Microsoft product. So Microsoft developed this product in the year 2010. Okay, in the year 2010, this product came into the market and people started using it. So it was going okay until COVID-19. So this product is basically managing applications and managing devices. So it has MDM feature and MAM feature, mobile device management and mobile application management. So you can manage mobile devices. What all devices you can manage? You can manage Android devices, then iOS like iPhones, then iPad, then MacBooks, Linux, and the most important one is Windows. So Windows 10 and then Windows 11. You can manage mobile devices, Android, iOS, iPad, iPhone, Mac, Linux, Windows 10, Windows 11 devices. Now all the device management and application management is going to happen over the internet. We don't need any LAN connection. And that's the reason Intune is moving like a monster now. Intune is superseding SCCM. SCCM is also a Microsoft product, which is generally managing devices over the LAN network, right? On inside the premises, you need SCCM to manage on premises devices. So after COVID-19, most of the people started working from home. So they are taking their laptops home or they are in hotel or somewhere. As long as the device has internet connection, it's gonna manage devices. So Intune is going to manage all kind of devices over the internet. Plus Intune is going to manage applications, for example Outlook application or Word, PowerPoint, Excel, or any other applications, mobile applications. So it has feature to manage devices and mobile application. What all things you can do through Intune? In the device management, you can deploy policies, you can get the inventory, you can wipe out the device, deploy application, deploy updates, deploy configuration. There are various things which you can do on the mobile devices. Plus you can deploy application policies, application wipe policy, app configuration, app self-service. There are various things which you can do on mobile application. So it has two features. uh, it has many features, but um, basically the main core feature of Intune is mobile device management and mobile application management. Okay. Okay, so this diagram shows you how Intune is managing devices um, all over the globe. For example, there is an organization called ABC Private Limited. Now, the name of the organization is ABC Private Limited, and they have their headquarter in New York. New York is the headquarter, and New York has 3,000 devices. So some devices are Windows, some of them are MacBooks, some of them are Android, then iPhone, Linux. So 3,000 devices are there in New York. Now, similarly, we have some branch offices like Chennai is a branch office with 5,000 devices, London with 10,000 devices, Mumbai 20,000 devices, California, Berlin, Paris, Dubai, Toronto, Sydney. So there are various locations. So one headquarter, multiple branch offices, and each branch office has thousands and thousands of computers and mobile devices. So how will you manage these devices through Intune? So Intune is gonna be managing the devices when you enroll the devices. So you need to enroll all these devices into Intune. So all the devices will show up in Intune portal from each location, whether the device is from India or Australia or European countries or America. All those devices will show up here in Intune portal. And from Intune portal, you can deploy applications to the devices. You can deploy updates. You can deploy configuration. You can deploy compliance. There are various things which you can do to the devices. For example, I need to install Google Chrome in 10,000 devices in London. So I can deploy from Intune. Suppose I have to restart 5,000 devices in Chennai. So I can restart 5,000 devices in Chennai. Suppose I need to install Windows updates or Android updates or iOS update in 8,000 devices in Dubai. I can do it from Intune. Suppose I have to restrict some policies, I can deploy the policy on these 10,000 devices on Paris. So depends on your requirement, you can perform various tasks from Intune portal to your devices. Now, Intune services is basically running on Azure Cloud Data Center. Azure Cloud Data Center. Now, Azure is what? It's a public data center wherein there are many services running. So Intune services is also running on Azure Cloud Data Center. So Azure Cloud Data Center is located in more than 60 countries now. So some of them are in North America, some of them are in South America, then in European countries, then in Africa, then in India, China, then Asia Pacific, then Australia. So Azure services are running, I mean, Azure Cloud Data Center is present in more than 60 countries now. And inside Azure Data Center, Intune services are running. So Intune services are basically running in Azure Service Fabric cluster, which I'm going to show you what is Service Fabric cluster. Now, first you understand what is data center. So data center looks like this. So it is going to be the big building, right? Inside that building, you have multiple floors. This is the outside view of the data center, guys. So it will be always in the remote area, not inside the city. It will be in outskirt. So to save some cost, right? So this is the outside view of the data center. So wherein multiple floors are there, and in multiple floors you will have multiple rooms. Inside multiple rooms you will have multiple racks. Now I'm going to show you the inside view. This is the inside view of the data center. So inside you have multiple containers. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the containers. Inside those containers we have racks. As you see, these are the racks. And on each rack you have high configured servers, right? So the combination of multiple containers, for example, 100 containers or 1,000 containers, the combination of those 1,000 containers are called what? Azure Service Fabric Cluster. Azure Service Fabric Cluster. So let's say this 1,000 container is dedicated for Intune. So it's a cluster, Azure Service Fabric Cluster, and that is, for example, the name of the cluster is Intune 01, which will have 1,000 containers. Inside 1,000 containers, you have like thousands of servers, high configured servers. So depends on your region. Suppose if you are in India, you create your Intune account. If you are in India and you create your Intune account will be created in India data center, in India Azure data center. For example, this is the location. Your account is created here. Okay, if somebody else is in India and he creates his Intune account, so he might be creating on the same server or different server, for example here. Now, so whoever creates the account, right, they will have separate space. So if I create my Intune account, I will have separate space. If you create your Intune account, you will have a separate space. So I will not have access to your space, you will not have access to my space, right? So every location, either India, China, Australia, Europe countries, or America, depends on your region. So based on your region, it is going to create your account in the nearest location, right? Now, this is Intune architecture. So in the backend, everything is designed by Microsoft. You don't have to do anything in terms of designing the architecture. It's not um, like SCCM, wherein you have to configure the server at certain location, then you have to create database server, then distribution point. It's not like that. Everything is configured by Microsoft itself. So Microsoft has designed this architecture in the backend. Okay. So when you create your subscription, it is like a SaaS product, SaaS, software as a service, like Gmail. When in order to get, in order to send and receive email, you just create your account. That's it. You don't have to worry about the server. You know, where the server is located, how the server is running, whether the server is getting updated or not, what is the architecture of the server. You don't have to worry about it. Everything is done by Google. Similarly, Microsoft has configured Intune services in the backend, and everything is done by Microsoft. So you create your subscription and then you get web console. When you get web console, you do the configuration and whatever the things you would like to do, configuration and reporting, your information goes to Graph API. Graph API is a communication bridge between you and Intune services in the backend. So your information will be passed on to Graph API. Graph API will understand your information and will convert the information in the machine readable format, and it goes to the Intune services in the backend. The Microsoft Intune services um, has various options like configure devices, protect data, and then manage application. So according to your requirement, it's gonna come here for configuring device or protect data or manage application, right? Then Intune has various other features like Windows Autopilot, Endpoint Analytics, Intune Data Warehouse, Log Analytics, then Intune Suite. Intune has various integrations, like it is integrated with Microsoft Entra ID. It is integrated with SCCM, you know, uh, co-management. Then you can integrate various app store like Apple App Store, Google Play Store, Windows Store. Then you can integrate Windows Defender, right? You can manage devices like Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, iPad, Linux. You can manage applications on iOS, iPad, and Android. Then Windows Update you can deploy on the devices, on Windows devices. So these are the high level diagram. You don't have to do anything here. You just create your subscription and then you start. Um, Basically, you are good to go. Now, Intune has various competitors. So we have various competitors of Intune like Mobile Iron, Workspace ONE, IBM Mass 360, Citrix Endpoint, then Jamf Pro, then Cisco Meraki, SOTI, BlackBerry, Hexnode, Tanium. These are some competitors of Intune. But Intune is a monster in front of these tiny competitors because it is being implemented in almost all big size and medium size organization. Wherever you go, you will find Intune now. Either you are in India or outside India, you will find Intune in every region. That's the reason you have good vacancies, good salary for Intune. Okay. Now, why Intune is the best choice for organization? Why not these tiny competitors? We have various competitors, right? These are the competitors. Why not these competitors? Why only Intune? So these competitors basically focusing on mobile devices only, like iOS and iPad and Android devices. But Intune is basically has comprehensive device management, so it will be able to manage Linux devices as well, Android devices as well, iOS, MacBook, then Windows, right? So Intune has more features than these tiny competitors. Now, why Intune is best choice for organization? Because it is easy for the deployment, it has integration with various other Microsoft products, unified management, it's a SaaS kind of product. Then cost efficiency, it is very cheaper than if you compare with any other competitors, it is very cheap if you are already a Microsoft customer. Then cross platform support, like you can uh, enroll iOS, iPad, Android devices, MacBook, right? Automation and efficiency, you can do some automation. Then remote work enablement, so this is very important. People can work from anywhere. It is not required that you people have to be in the office premises on the LAN network. So you people can be there either at home or in the hotel. They can still be working on their computer, and Intune will be managing the devices and application in the backend as long as the device is turned on and it has internet connection. So comprehensive device management, security and compliance, configuration profile, application management, conditional access. It has more feature than its competitors. Simplified device enrollment. So it does not have any lengthy process of enrolling the devices, updates and innovation. These are the features why the organization will consider Intune rather than any other tiny competitors. Now, why Intune is better choice for you? Suppose if you are planning to learn any technology, you should understand the current market value of that product. Okay. For example, somebody is considering SCCM now. SCCM is not good at the moment. It has low vacancies, less number of vacancies. It has um, less salary, right? And it is a little complex as well. And Microsoft is trying to um, ask all the organizations, all the organizations are moving towards Intune from SCCM. So SCCM will be there. It is not being phased out, but SCCM is going to be managing only servers. Right now, SCCM manages Windows 10. It can manage Windows 10 and Windows 11 as well, right? But later on, Microsoft is going to remove this feature. So SCCM will not be managing Windows 10 or Windows 11 only. server management will be there in SCCM. So it's a good option, but it is not as good as Intune. Why? Because Intune is like almost everywhere. You have good vacancies, right? Good salary. So those who are working as Intune administrator, so you can expect a salary of 50 US dollar per hour as an average salary, or 800,000 Indian rupees if you are in India per annum average salary. It is a matured product. It is there in the market for the past 15 years. It is there in almost all big size and medium size organization. Anyone from IT or non-IT background can easily learn this. Even if you don't have any prior experience, that is also okay to learn Intune. If you would like to learn SCCM, then you need prior knowledge, like you need to have previous knowledge, some prerequisite. Then only you will be able to learn SCCM. But Intune is pretty simple, straightforward, very easy to learn, because you don't have any coding and programming languages here, and you don't have to build any architecture. Okay, so online resources are available in case if you are facing some challenges and you need to mm, achieve some task. So you can simply go to Google and find out the resources. You will have hundreds of websites which is going to give you those information. Good career path. You can make your career as Intune administrator, as level 1, level 2, level 3, then architect, something like that. Okay. Now Intune is not a free product. You need to have license. So you need to have Microsoft 365 suite license, or standalone license, or enterprise mobility or security license, anything of your choice. If you are going with a standalone, then it is going to cost you somewhere around $8 US dollar per user per month. Okay, that's the license cost for Intune. Now those who would like to continue from tomorrow, I mean the training, you will have to set up your lab environment. I'll guide you how to set up your lab. So each one of you will have to set up your practical lab. So we will do theory plus practical together. So you need a computer, either it is going to be a desktop or a laptop, anything of your choice. It should be Windows 10 computer or Windows 11 computer. You can also have a MacBook, that's also okay, but I will recommend to go with Windows 10 or Windows 11 computer. Now on that computer you need 8 GB of RAM, 4 core processor, and 100 GB free hard disk space. That's the minimum requirement, guys. 8 GB RAM, 4 core processor, and 100 GB hard disk space on your computer to do the lab setup. So basically, we will create one virtual machine here, Windows 10 virtual machine, and in that machine, we will enroll into Intune. So we will be managing that device, the virtual machine from Intune will supply policies and application and updates to that device. We also need one credit card or debit card. So you need to have Visa or Master credit card or debit card to create Intune subscription. That's a mandatory requirement. And you need to have an Android or iOS phone. That device, we will enroll that into Intune. So we are going to do mobile device enrollment and Windows 10 or Windows 11 device enrollment. And I'm going to show you how to enroll MacBook. I'm going to show you how to enroll Linux devices. And then um, we will see Android and iOS device enrollment already. So all types of enrollment we will see. We will see manual enrollment, then automatic enrollment. So based on the industry best practice, we are going to do the enrollment of the devices in Intune portal. So we are going to do the lab environment, guys. So this was the overview session, guys, wherein I talked about the Intune historical background, then the competitors of Intune, why Intune is better choice for best choice for organization, why Intune is good for your good for you as a career path, right? And the lab environment we have discussed about Intune and Intune services, which is running on Azure Cloud Data Center. Now I'm gonna stop here, and if you guys have any question, you can ask question, guys. Any question from Imran, Amit, Shiva, Sridhar? Let me know.
No.
No question from anyone?
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Kashif.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Uh, lab setup means this is cloud, right?
No, we will do the lab setup in the computer itself. So on your computer, you need to create a virtual machine. Okay, I'm gonna show you how that is done. So on my computer, you see I have a Windows 10 virtual machine. And this machine I am managing from Intune portal. So let me take you to the Intune portal. So here is my Intune portal. I'll go to devices. This is my Intune portal. Inside devices, I have one Windows device. Similarly, if you enroll iOS device, Mac OS, Android, and Linux, then it's going to give you the number. So in production environment, you will have thousands and thousands of numbers here. I have only one device right now, but in the training, we will be enrolling some devices. I'll go to devices, all devices, and you see I have this device which is enrolled successfully in Intune portal, and this is this device. So I can manage this device from Intune portal. I can supply policies, I can deploy applications, I can deploy many things on this device from Intune portal. Got it?
Yeah.
Any other question from anyone? No question? Hmm?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this only weekend batches or any weekday batches is also there?
Weekday batch, I'm gonna start from Monday, and that is gonna be at 7 a.m. India time. Okay. Weekday batch is gonna
Okay.
be from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now, for let's talk about weekend batch. Okay, let's talk about weekdays batch since we have written this one 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. from Monday. It's gonna start from Monday. So Monday is what? What is the date? Hmm, Monday is gonna be
17th.
17th. So 17th Feb. Okay, and that will be 7 to 8 a.m. India time, and that's gonna take 35 sessions to finish all the topics, and it's gonna be I think it's gonna take 1.5 months to finish all the topics. Okay, we will do the recording. Okay, and I'll give you some course material, question and answer, then dumps, okay, which are required during the training. So that is for weekdays batch, which is starting from 17th. Now let's talk about the this one weekend batch. So today we started as a demo session. So weekend batch, so which is started today, right? So today was the demo session wherein I talked about Intune overview, architecture, historical background, licensing, and the lab environment. So weekend session is gonna be 10:30 a.m. India time, IST. 10:30 to 1 p.m. IST, India time, 10:30 to 1 p.m. Okay, or 2.5 hour session, and it's gonna take 6 weekends to finish all the topics. 6 weekends. So it's gonna be 1.5 months. Same like weekdays, but weekdays we will do daily Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour session. But here, 2.5 hour session, 2 hour, 30 minute session on Saturday, and 2 hours and 30 minutes on Sunday. Clear, everyone? Any question? Hmm?
No, Asif, nothing from my side.
Shiva, Sridhar, Amit.
Yeah,
So tomorrow,
no.
sorry, tomorrow at the same time, like we can set up lab and everything, right?
Yeah, so first of all, you those who are interested to continue from tomorrow's session, right? You need to contact me on this WhatsApp number. Either call me or send a message, so that I'm gonna give you the enrollment details. So you need to make payment to do the enrollment of this training. Okay. So I'm send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll send you the enrollment details so that we can start tomorrow. Okay.
Yep.
Any question from anyone before we wrap it up? Okay, guys, we'll meet tomorrow. Bye now. So those who are interested can reach me on this number. Okay.
Yeah,
Bye,
sure.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.